I'll see the top of the gun. I'll actually try to see the front sight. Then I'm trying to see the target. I can see the bullet holes hit it and all that. That's like 5th or 6th gear. Now when we get further back, it's about 50-50 maybe. This is about 10 yards away. I'm going to see the target. I'm going to see the green dot or whatever my front sight is on the target. What I also do is I use the head as kind of a left and right reference. If I'm under the head of the target, that centers me a little better for the left and right stuff. Less chance of D's or lateral miss. Okay, but this is where I'm going to kind of split the difference. This is about 50-50 in that ballpark. Maybe even more 60 in favor of the target, because I can actually shoot this today with no sights on this gun and easily shoot almost exactly the same hits. If I really see the front sight lift off, then I'm going to get killer A-zone hits. Now it's going to change. If I'm going to shoot that target out there you guys shot a group on, or the one there with the no shoot, that's where it's going to be more in favor of the sights. I can't just throw it up there and go ba-ba. I'm going to get a D, a miss, crappy hits. That's where it's about 70% the front sight lined up good with the rear sight, especially if I'm going to shoot over the no shoot guy. So that's where the sight's really, the focus is coming back into this. If it gets even further out, like
that's what, like 25 yards to do the rear sight, kind of, or
the 25 yards is the back of the berm, is about 28 yards. There, it's really going to be a perfect sight picture. The target's going to be more blurry, then the sights are going to be way more in focus. There's no exact number for everybody, but but my advice would be the front sight really nice and clear. You can of course see the target lined up, and the sight's really lined up, because a little bit of movement here is huge down there. If this is dark out and it's a laser pointer gun or something from the CERT company, and I start shooting a laser, just that little bit of crappy trigger movement or just a little bit here is huge down there. So I go like this, I just covered 10 yards at 25 yards. So this is how I load. Way back when I first started, there was this nonsense, there was other stuff. I just figured, you drop the gun down to where it's comfortable, come down the caddy, ride my trigger finger on the inside of the caddy, watch the tip go in, shove it in hard, watch the tip go in, shove it in hard. I'm just trying to get behind that brass. That's all I'm thinking about. Keeping the lift gate pushed in, getting behind. The last one goes in is when I'm bringing the gun up, so I didn't really lose any time dropping the gun down. If two things are getting done at once, it didn't really matter. Now, other guys load fantastic, keeping it up like that, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. To me, it's like, it's just a little more work, and I can't really move as quickly with it, but I'm not going to fault it. If you want to get a good DVD out there, the best one in 3-gun is the one from the Noveski guys. Rob Romero and Jansen Jones have the best 3-gun video out there. There's a clay bird here and a clay bird there, and they're 10 yards out or further, I'm going to get a double. It's pretty much a guarantee, unless you completely flip out and aim at just one or the other. Aim dead center, so cylinder bore choke, you're going to hit it. A lot of these didn't even hit the target, it was so big. So at 10 yards, your cylinder bore choke is pretty big. It's like the size of an entire guy's chest. So you go to improved cylinder, that's going to be used 80% of the time in 3-gun, is improved cylinder. It pretty much knocks over most stuff. You will run across the 3-gun match. They're going to put the stuff way out there. Obviously at that point, you're probably going to switch to modified. If their popper's like around 20 yards or so, you're going to go modified. I do like to have light modified. It doesn't come with the gun. The gun comes with 5 chokes. It doesn't come with light modified. It comes with full, improved modified, improved cylinder, and cylinder. So I fit the like to fill the gap with light mod. Like guys like Kurt Miller, he had it welded in his gun, and he's done really good in 3-gun matches just running that all the time. But I don't want to shoot that if it's all clay birds, because then I got to aim a little more there, obviously, than this. With clay birds everywhere on the stage, not that you want to be a raving maniac, but the cushion for missing is way easier for you. So big old pattern like that. So Majority of the time, this will work on almost every stage within close to 15 yards. Once you get to 15 yards, it's going to change. But you don't know who's putting on the match, what's going on. The poppers could be all over the place. So when I go to a stage, if it's not a big deal while I'm resetting the stage, I'll kind of pay attention to the poppers. If there's some big ass popper leaning like this, I've got to choke for that whole stage for one irritating popper. Good. Slugs. Look 4. Watch her go in. Good. Watch him go in. Good. Watch him go in. Very good. 3340. Very smooth. Breathing. Yeah, I'll breathe. I'll breathe really lightly. I take a big breath. And if it takes like forever, you know, I won't take like big old, but I'll take a big breath and I'll just kind of just stay steady. I'm not really holding my breath. And I'll breathe like lightly. I won't be all like, but if you do run a big stage and have to do that, then it's just really just finding that spot, take that breath, make those couple shots, take that breath, make those couple shots.
And are you waiting for the point of your reticle to be stabilized on the target, or do you just kind of let it drift up into where you want to hit and then pull the trigger at that
What
time?
I'm doing, it's almost like when guys shoot steel challenge, they're not totally just stopping on each plate.
Yeah.
So I just kind of have that ability because I've been doing it a lot. I can bring it up and just feel right when that triangle's on there, I touch it off. Right when I'm on there, I touch it off. I don't want to end up sitting there going, and then when I miss, I could pick it up quick because I've done it enough to where I already called that shot before it even hit the target.
Yeah.
So I'm already picking up that shot because I know, just like when Daniel Horner shoots long range rifle, he's off to the next target because he already knows he made that shot. And we all try to be that good and do that.
Yeah.
But I'm offhand, I'm pretty much that way. I can just keep going. Same thing with long range rifle, but sometimes at like 500 yards with an acupoint, you're not going to have the advantage of the other scopes with all the stadia lines. So I might stay a little longer on that shot. And like I said, the big giant rifle, long range rifle says a second here and there is like a launcher up the Titanic. It's not going to make a difference. It's when it's 30 seconds or 20 second difference, then it makes a big difference. Yeah. So those kind of shots, I'll bring it up. I'll just see the dot, the triangle, whatever it is, and just touch it off. And I'm just trying to be steady. And I do have a very light gun, so it allows me to really be spot on. Like the Steel Challenge, I have a light gun. It can transition, it can stop on a dime more. It's not as much meat that I'm like swinging and then trying to stabilize and swinging and trying to stabilize.
Yeah.